Welcome, people. Welcome back to the Northwest GT Alliance Open here in Bremen, Germany. ITC major tournament. 70 something players, 74 I think we are, and this is round 3. So we're the top table's getting topper or something.
What?
I don't know. Yeah, it's getting thing. We're not filming the top table, table 1 right now, because that would have been rude again. And we thought we give you something else to watch, different lists, and we have Bell with his Space Marines and Vaseline with Eldar, and that should be a very nice matchup. We are joined by CJ.
Hello, CJ.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
Who are you? Tell the crowd.
I am one of the TOs and head judge for this event. So I'm the guy that you go to when you have a big question and you need a hard answer. That's me.
Did you have any?
A lot, actually. Especially like the recent FAQ actually fixed quite a lot.
Yeah, but it's not in place.
But it's it is in place, but there's still a couple of small gaps,
Yes.
especially in the new codexes. And it's not really major issues, but it's rules interpretations that need to be clarified
Yes.
before the game. So that's usually the main issue. And of course, you have some gameplay stuff where people play by intent, but it's not always clear for the opponent.
Yeah.
We have the language barrier, of course, which isn't always not perfect at the moment.
Things happen.
Things happen, yeah.
But it's
people
great
are
that
tired.
it's international.
Yeah,
But yeah, we have some people who didn't sleep at all to just get the painting points.
To just have that 20 points, so they get the bonus points. Yeah. So it's been
Consequence, they lose all their games.
yeah.
Yeah, well.
But
they're
that's
here.
a fair trade, right?
Yes.
But to get a guaranteed draw, it's quite good for 6 hours with no sleep, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, it should be okay.
It's fair to your opponents to have a nice
to,
army.
to have the nice army and then
Yeah.
just sit back and take a nap. That's always good.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
So we are having Marines here. Let's look at the lists. That's an Eldar list. Okay, we start with that. That's
So we're
the list
looking
of.
at Weslin's
Yes.
list.
You are an Eldar expert. aren't you?
Yeah, well, expert. I play it a lot.
Yes.
Doesn't make me an expert, unfortunately.
You know him better than
I know.
me.
I know him. Yeah. So it's quite a clear-cut list. We see the regular Outdark Farseer combination, which you see in almost every Eldar list at the moment.
Yes.
Especially since Index is currently still allowed in competitive play.
Yes.
The Banshee Mask is just
Yeah. You
amazing.
don't go without.
You just don't. The 15 Rangers is an interesting take. If you look at the Eldari meta, especially the Asturiani meta, you see a lot of people switching over from the standard list we see here to a list without any infantry. Because Rangers, while nice, it's still 180 points, which is another Crimson Hunter, for example.
Yes, and they can be tri-pointed.
Exactly.
That's
so
the thing,
especially in the GSC mix-up, the Rangers are actually quite a large liability.
Yes.
So
All
you
the
end
rest
up-
is all fly, yeah?
Yeah, the rest is mostly fly.
Oh, no, not the Farseer is not on a bike.
Yeah, but he can take the Fortress Ring relic.
Yes.
To still have fly.
Which he has.
Which he has, of
Oh,
course. Which is an auto take once you take him on foot. To be fair. And if you look at both Warlocks on bike, which powers did he select? Do we know already?
We don't know yet.
That's something we might want to check in on when the guys are ready.
So, Doom?
Doom for sure. I'm expecting Executioner. Looking at the Marine matchup, that's always a good pick.
Yes, kills Marines pretty good.
I mean, Fortune would be reasonable considering his Shining Spears.
Yeah.
And you, of course, Guide is a reasonable take because of the Dark Reapers.
Yes, and then you want to have Jinx on a Warlock as well.
For sure. Jinx are probably quicken to get the bikes up.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a tried and true method of playing, especially the Spear Eldar.
Yeah.
But it has had some hits in the past.
Still
the fact
good,
that
though.
you cannot deep strike and then quicken anymore
Yes, but
changes
it's still
the
really
matchup
good.
quite a bit.
On
But
these
it's still-
tables with a lot of line of sight blocking
Yeah,
terrain, it's still
especially
good.
the Fire and Fate stratagem is gonna probably be into like huge effect in this game.
Yes.
When used properly, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, and then 3 Crimson Hunters, we have some Dark Reapers in the mix,
Yeah.
and 3 Fire Prisms, which are becoming staple in our list as well.
Especially with the higher amount of mechanized armies you see nowadays. It's becoming more and more important to have a ranged anti-tank option.
Yeah.
And while the Bright Lances are a good way to do it with Crimson Hunters, it's quite expensive.
Yeah.
And the flexibility of this setup is quite good.
Yeah,
And
you
you have your
can-
anti-horde setup with the double, the 2d6
Yes.
setup.
And you can
or-
hide them pretty well oftentimes.
Yeah, you only need one guy to
Yes.
see, and you have the reroll to hit, reroll to wound.
Yeah.
So it's super optimized, especially as long as you have CP,
Yeah.
of course.
So we have a pretty decent,
It's a good
potent
mix, yeah.
Elder list
It's
with
something
all the
I've played
tools.
a lot,
Yeah.
and it's a very solid list. Unfortunately, Manuel's also played against this list a lot.
Yes,
so
he
we're
knows
probably
it.
going to see that.
Yes.
That experience shine through. That he knows what
That's-
You
the
have any
tricks are.
experience in that, eh?
Yeah. I
So-
played this list almost the same list against him at the Prague Open.
Yeah.
I think a year back now, and that
This
was
is-
a rough game for me.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it at that.
Back then, where Shining Spears were good.
Yeah, the Unari Spear. So
Yeah.
it was really good.
So here we have Bell's list.
Yeah.
That's a chaplain who is singing some funny songs.
Manuel, which vow did you take on the chaplain?
Which chapter tactics?
No, which vows, like the songs.
For the chaplain.
+1 to wound against the nearest enemy
Yeah.
unit, and of course the normal one, the reroll hits.
Yeah.
Fair
in
enough.
Close
Thanks, man.
combat.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Makes sense.
There you hear it.
Yes.
The main, one of the
Reroll-
main buffing characters.
Reroll hits is
Pretty cool,
pretty awesome on the. That's the chapter master basically. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically another chapter master
Yeah.
without paying the CP for
Yeah.
it, which is really good.
So he has 2 reroll to hit bubbles basically.
Which allows him to be a bit more mobile.
Yes.
Because, most of the marine lists we see are built around
Yeah,
the,
you don't
the
need to
chapter master
castle up.
lieutenant
Yeah.
combination,
Yeah.
which is still good, of course, but it has the downside of only being a single
Yeah.
bubble.
Yeah. Then you have 1 lieutenant for the rerolls to wound, of course.
No surprise there.
Yeah. 5 intercessors. 5 intercessors, shooting the hell out of everything. 2 times 5 scouts. 2 times 5 tactical marines with a last cannon
Yeah.
each. And then 2 times 6 aggressors. That's where the real punch is in.
Yeah, both anti-horde firepower and
yes.
of course the power fishing
Yes,
combat.
with
which is-
with +1 to wound and rerolling hits and ones to wound and yeah.
They
and,
touch you in a
uh,
bad place.
And in a tactical doctrine they just go
Yeah,
ham.
they go bananas. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have the classical Invicta tactical warsuit. It is becoming staple in marine lists like very
It's so
quickly.
good, especially for
Yeah.
the points and the mobility it offers. With
gives you the middle of the
9-inch
board.
deployment. It's
It-
amazing.
Forces the opponent to deploy in a certain way, and it's just a good tool in the box. Then we have an attack bike, which is just there to grab objectives and then harass.
It's
I guess.
it's a cheap point filler.
Yeah.
And it's which chapter tactics is he running?
That's stealth and
So it's
and the salamander thing.
yeah. So
Rerolls.
basically, especially the bike with running around with the 2+ save effectively
Yeah.
is super annoying.
Here,
for
shoot
the-
me,
shoot me, and
this
if you
is
shoot
basically
me,
the go-to for us.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Especially considering the rest of the matchup, especially aggressors with a automatic cover no matter where they are, is amazing
awesome.
for durability purposes.
Then we got 2 times 3 suppressors,
Yeah,
which are also shooting very well.
it's like it's to be fair, it's one of my favorite units
Yes.
in the game right now.
They look silly,
They,
but
they look
well,
like ass.
They look like ass, but they work so well.
yeah,
It's like a good ass.
They work the ass.
They work that ass. Yeah.
yeah.
No,
And
they're really
then-
good.
Then we have 2 times 3 eliminators, which are also awesome.
Yeah.
With last fusils,
Yeah.
so they snipe. But they also it's also a last cannon like profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good all round weapon.
Yes.
And especially with regarding the chapter taxes with the reroll 1 hit or 1 wound.
Yeah.
That can be especially good on a weapon with as much damage potential as they have.
Yeah. And now you might ask, what's the big thing here? But that throws so many bullets.
There's one
Awesome.
unit actually left
Oh,
because it's a brigade, and there's the third
Sorry.
heavy support, and that is a
A stalker.
A stalker.
Stalker, I believe. Yeah.
Yes. T8, just standing there.
T8, 75 points.
75
with a
points
20-point
because
gun.
why
What's not to
not?
like?
Yeah.
What's not to like?
It's one of the best screening units in the game, actually.
Ridiculous.
Yes. And for
yeah.
points, it's super efficient.
So much for the list. Let's have a look at the table again. Yeah. So, do we have the mission?
So we're playing ITC Championship Mission 4. So with our tournament, we have a Vanguard set, Vanguard deployment.
Yes, it's fixed.
Yeah, it's fixed to make sure that we see all deployments during the tournament.
Yes.
So we have 5 objectives to put around. What's yours is mine. Yeah, it's one of those missions where table priority and table presence is going to be super important.
Your bonus point is you score the 2 markers that you place yourselves.
Yeah.
One of each which is in your enemy's deployment zone.
And one is in your own.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah,
it can be anywhere.
Yeah, but
Might be like
depending on the type of pressure play we might expect. It could be they could both be quite centralized on the table.
Yeah.
Which would make it a big ass clusterfuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Excuse my French, but that's gonna happen.
Yes.
Which
Especially
is
with
always,
this.
It will be in an enclosed space.
exactly.
Yes.
So that's really gonna do the most with
Yes.
the terrain setup.
This
that
table
we
has
see
been
here.
really interesting in the last 2 games because like these big lost blockers are just making things like interesting in the middle.
The center of the map is a freaking jail.
Yeah.
Actually.
And it's
cool.
once you go in, you rarely go out.
Well, if the enemy is mobile, you won't get out.
So I'm gonna go at the table and see if they have their secondaries
We
already.
had that in game 2 when Tom put his 3 war suits right in the center, and basically he was cut off from the rest of the map due to 5 witches standing in the gap.
Yeah, especially something that for the viewers at home might be difficult to interpret from this angle. The wall sections you see are wall sections, not ruins. So they block movement for all types of infantry, as well as the regular blocking that we know. What you can see is quite tall. So there's a walkway up, and it's more than 6 inches away. So knights cannot hit you up there, which is something that was taken into account when designing this kit.
And who designed this kit?
I did. I was one of the crazy people that I just love to design and make Warhammer terrain, and it's something we've been doing for quite a while now. Since we've been doing our own events, it's becoming more and more important to get quality terrain. So I think we're gonna get the secondaries in.
Yes.
Benji's here.
So we got for Vaseline, we have Recon, Gangbusters, and Butcher's Bill.
For Manuel, I expect.
Yes.
Yes.
It's pretty straightforward to kill the aggressors and to be on the table.
Yeah.
And then for Bell we have Marked for Death. I'm gonna ask him in a second what it is, but I suppose that might be flyers and Chinese spears. I'll ask him.
Yeah.
And Big Game Hunter. No, so so everything that's big is gonna be dead. And
so all the units of importance
fire
are gonna
prisms.
be worth points for him. So
Exactly.
either the flyers, the fire prisms,
and the bikes,
or the
and
bikes.
maybe the Reapers.
Yeah. Are the Reapers power level 7? How many?
Yeah, it should be.
I think he took 6, so it might be close.
So we get
And Butcher's Bill as the last one.
Fair enough. So they both have Butcher's Bill in that case.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
That's gonna be interesting. So it's gonna be one of those games where apparently we're gonna kill a lot of stuff.
Yes.
We
Or
got some
hopefully
questions for
everybody.
you, actually. Yeah, honest question. Does this make units fly on top unassaultable?
Not unassaultable. You can still move up the vertical distance. So in effect, it's almost like the Question Mechanicus set, like the walkways.
Yeah.
So you can still move up and down if you want to. If you have fly or if you're infantry, you can still move up and down. As long as you can make the distance, that's okay. And that's something because the walkways are quite tall. And we're looking into possibly implementing the so-called ruling that a lot of people are talking about at the moment.
Yeah, so wouldn't that your base needs to be entirely on a terrain
physically
piece?
has to fit, or in case of most hover vehicles, your hull, which would make
The
hull needs to be completely, because you don't measure to the base.
Oh, that
So
fucks Custodes up completely.
Yeah, Custodes, Repulsors, all the Eldar vehicles, because they're quite big. When you look at the hull, it's a big size footprint.
Yeah.
So in that case, you would not be able to go up there
Yeah,
anymore.
well, just nerf all of them because I play AdMag and we don't have any fly. We don't know how to fly.
You're such
so-
you have hovercrafts that are stuck to the ground.
Yeah, right. Nailed to the freaking ground.
Nailed to the floor. Yeah.
And Der Fred asks, can you talk more about introducing magic walls? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Magic walls.
Passive aggressive, eh?
Well, this the way this is this is the second tournament we've been using this setup. So with the ruling that their walls include, so it's not a ruin. Ruin, of course, is terrain piece that's most common in most tables.
Yeah.
But the problem, at least in our opinion, is that it does not impede any movement for infantry. It only impedes units that cannot physically move through the walls. So infantry is free to move, fly is still free to move. In this case, it actually forces even the infantry players to think ahead about their movement a bit more. It makes the movement phase a bit more interesting. Of course, tables like this will never ever make up the entirety of our terrain. We're always going to have a healthy mix of types of terrain. We have a lot of tables with just regular ruins on it, some other walls like you see on the top left and the top right, which are just foam walls which you can play as hills. They're flat at the top, so you can move over and onto them if you want to. So that's something we think is going to implicate and make the movement game, which is basically the most important phase of the game in my opinion, a bit more interesting. You have to plan ahead a bit more, and especially since the flyers do not build movement anymore, I think this type of terrain has a place. Imagine this table with a flyer being able to block the movement. That of course would be crazy, and then you get almost a situation where it's worse than a magic box, in that there's zero interaction. You can block any type of movement. And here you can block movement, but you have to sacrifice something to stand there. Which makes what's worth sacrificing to limit your opponent's movement. What you have to design your army to take that into account. And I think it changes up the mechanics of the game in a way that makes people think again, which I think is a good thing in general.
Consequently, you're not a fan of standardized tables then?
No, I think if you go fully standardized tables, like every table is exactly the same, it removes a lot of the tactical decisions you have to make when you have to, okay, you walk up to the table, what types of terrain do I see, how do they impact my army, okay, how I'm going to plan accordingly. This is something that I think is quite important to the game. We all saw the LGT tables. They looked okay. I think it was a practical setup. It missed a little bit of line side blocking in the edges, but overall it had all the stuff you want to see on a decent table. But having the same table round after round is gonna end up being quite tedious, I think, as a player. And there's always room to have variation while still having a certain fixed set of elements on the table that are relevant. Like you need line side blocking, you need stuff that makes movement interesting. So not just ruins or forests like walls like we have here, or the billboards which you see in the top bottom left and the top right. They introduce a new element to the game that forces you to think a little bit differently about, okay, how am I going to move around the battlefield instead of just I'm going to walk straight towards the opponent, which most ruin tables, they don't have that limitation, especially for the foot heavy armies. They can just huddle up in the middle and just keep walking forward and I'll get there eventually. And here you have to maybe split your army, make some tactical decisions in that regard. Which of course is maybe different and maybe not the same in every event, but is something we feel is important to the game, to have that mix up every now and then. So that's the reason why we introduce tables like this, but there's of course different table setups as well in the tournament that are a bit more flexible in that regard, a bit more open, a bit more maneuver friendly in that sense. But depending on which way the wobbly model ruling goes, the impact of this table might be very different in the future. But that's something we have to wait and see what's the decision being made in that regards. And that's something that we as TOs are quite eager to see what's going to happen and what's going to change. But it should be interesting. If we look at the game, I don't know if they started already. I see. They're still trying to identify. I think it's manual stream 1. If I look at the game set at the moment, they're checking out the positioning.
We're just going for the last couple of questions for now. So Defried asks, so basically the walls are hills.
Technically speaking, yes.
Okay.
I think
Very
that's
thin hills.
that's the most straightforward interpretation when you project them back on the regular rules. It's a very good find. That's something actually I'm going to use because that's, I think, one of the best explanations. So thank you. Thanks for the suggestion, man. It's really appreciated.
And he asks, have you thought about introducing table layouts like the ETC this year?
You mean with light dense?
Well,
is that the question?
basically we're
or-
back to the standardization
Yeah.
of tables, I guess.
I think in a way we do that. Like we have different sets of terrain, like different mixes of composition with area terrain, ruins, walls, hills, all that kind of stuff. And they have a general layout which we keep rather similar. We try to put some big stuff in the middle, as that makes for a very interesting line of sight trickery game. You have to move around, you have maneuverability becomes more relevant in that sense. So I think we're roughly, if you look at this table setup, for example, you see 4 line of sight blockers in each corner. The top left and the bottom right being hills, so you can walk over them. The factory in the middle, effectively a hill as well, which introduces a very different movement mechanic to the game. And then you see area terrain both in the middle and to the sides. So this is a table that, if you look at the perspective from all deployment zones, you should have at least something to hide a portion of your army behind, without being able to hide your entire army. While we feel it's important to have a measure of protecting yourself against Alpha Strike armies, of course, it shouldn't. It should not be possible to hide your entire army to then give you the option to bait a strike.
Right.
Yeah, because then we're only swapping the roles, but nothing really changes at that point. So that for us is something to take into account. So I think, going back to the question, we do use a roughly standardized system where we try to put like line side blocking elements in each corner. That can be a ruin, it can be a hill like you see here, or it can be different elements that we have in our terrain pool. And we try to have a healthy mix of area terrain, something we were lacking in the past. I'm going to be honest with that. Area terrain was not one of our main priorities. But
well, it isn't at a lot of tournaments. Actually.
No, and
there are no rules for area.
And that's why there are always graders with us.
Well,
because graders actually do have a lot of function, especially in the game when foot armies are quite abundant. Yes, of course, it's a penalty for movement when you charge, of course, but also provides the opportunity to get cover.
Right.
Which for Manuel is less important because of his depth tactics. So he should be a little bit more free to walk around. But for a lot of other people, it can be a very important key position in the table to take a hold of.
Okay, right. Thanks, CJ, for those insights, and I think we're just giving it to the table now, eh?
Yes.
Perfect.
Doctrine, the eliminators, and that's it. These aggressors running 6. The eliminators. It's moving behind. More than 1 inch away, so you can charge him from this side. I'll place them 2. The aggressors running 10. So old grudges. I would have this guy with old grudges. My lieutenant is running 8. Is this line blocked?
Is everything blocked like this one?
Okay, yeah.
So I can't shoot through it.
Yeah. Okay. Shooting phase. First start to shoot with the last cannon to this Eldar, hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Strength 9 on 3s.
Yes.
-4. So d6
Think
damage.
about it,
6.
yeah. Okay. 6 left.
What has it? 12 or 14? 12?
12.
12. I spent 1 command point. I'm getting back. Yes. So 1 command point. This guy gets 1+1 to hit, +1 to wound, and every wound roll of 6 double the damage against fly.
Okay.
He's shooting into the Eldar again. He got -1. I've got +2, so on a 2-up. Everything hits. Toughness 7, so on the 3-up. Yeah. 6 times -2. This one has 4 damage.
The 4 damage one.
Yes.
6. And the other ones. Oh, I pass 3.
So 2 times, so 4 more damage.
2 damage a time.
2 damage each, yeah.
Okay.
So 10. 3 snipers shooting at them. Hitting on
Inside?
into the enemy, yes. On 4+.
And fire prism.
Fire prism, yes. 3 times. Strength 4, so 5 up. 3 times -1. Sorry. 1, 2, 3.
Failed. If I explode.
No. The heavy bolter from the trike is shooting to the rangers. 1 hit. Master Tesian. 1 hit. Strength 5, 3 up. No. Master Tesian. Yes. 1 times -2.
Oh, -2. I don't
Yes.
have a save. Sorry.
Okay. So the other side. These 3 guys shooting at the Shining Spears.
Okay. I will. Where's your chapter master?
The chapter master is here.
So you can reroll it.
Yes, 9 inch because of the
Is this
backs.
a 6-man squad?
No, it's 3 times 3 men.
3 times 3 men.
2 times 3 men.
times 3
These 3 and
Okay,
these
so
3.
they don't get the
They
buff,
don't get the buff.
but they get the buff.
Yes.
So they hit
I
on-
can spend 1 command point to increase it to 12
Oh,
if I want to.
so you get -1, and if I take for a command point, for 2 command points,
Yeah, lightning fast reflexes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will get it.
So now 8.
So I have. Are you counting the command points for me?
Yes,
Okay.
you're now on 8. 6 shots.
I can try to get it back on 6.
Yes,
No,
it's a 6.
together. Yeah.
6 shots, so I'm on 3 up, 4 up, 5 up, right? Doesn't really matter. 3 times, rerolling all hits. 4 times. Strength 7, so on the 3 up. These two with the 6-inch, the lieutenant. 3 times, minus 3. 4 up invul, yes.
So I
1,
made
2, 3 dead.
none.
Yes. Fans. Middle-aged man, yes. Minus 2, so the other 3 guys shooting at the Eldar. 6 shots.
Yep.
On force. I get 1 reroll to hit because of Master Tesian. 2 times. 3 up.
Nothing.
Master Tesian. 1 minus 3. So 6 up.
6 up, yeah. Nope.
And 2 damage flat.
Okay. Left on 10.
So the one last cannon here is shooting this flyer, hitting on 3, 4, 5s. No, Master Tesian or Chapter Master. It's hitting, wounding on 3s. Yes, minus 4.
This one, I don't have a save, yeah.
Damage 6. Sorry for that.
It's okay. 6 left.
36. 1 guy into the ranger, 4 guys into the flyer. The rangers, no. Minus 1 or minus 2?
Minus 2.
Okay, so no. 4 guys into the flyer, 5 up. 1. 1. Strength 4, so 5 ups. No. Yes, minus 3.
6 up.
2 damage. So he's now on 8. Oh, you're counting down. Okay.
Yeah, I'm counting them. Everything.
The 3 eliminators here with last foot seals. No, I'm shooting these guys. The sniper, the sergeant don't shoot. They both get +1 to hit and +1 to wound. So I'm
Last
on.
cannons. This is not the last cannons. Plus 3 damage.
Yes.
Time, okay.
So both shooting on the Exarch, hitting now on 2s, minus 2, so on 4
this
up.
one, yeah?
On this one, yes. So on 4 up. Rerolling hits.
4?
2 hits for the chapter master here. 9-inch.
Oh, okay.
2 hits, strength 9, so on a 2 up. 2 times, minus 3, just because they are in tech. No, they're in
6 up. Nope.
6 damage.
Alright. If I explode, nope. That.
Second squad. 36 are shooting into the other XR. Hitting on 3, 4, 5s. Yes, on 5s. Rerolling all hits. 2 hits. Strength 9, strength 8, so 3 up. Master Tesian. 1 minus 4, so 3 damage.
This one here.
Yes.
Okay.
And the third squad, they are in tactical, shooting into the flyer, hitting on 5s. Roll to it 3 times, strength 8, 3 up. 6 are safe.
For which one? This one?
This
or
one.
This one. 6 up safe. Yeah. 1, I get 1.
So 6 damage.
Are they 3 damage?
3 damage each, yes.
The normal bolters?
No, the eliminators here.
Oh, okay.
So just 3 shots. So 3 wounds left. Haven't any shots here. The intercessors. 36, 5 shots into the Rangers, hitting on 6s. 4 hits. Master Tesian. Strength 4, so on the 3 up.
Yep.
3 times minus 3. 4 times minus 3, all that.
4 times minus 3.
4 times minus 3, 2 damage each. So, I think. Oh no, the Dreadnought. He's shooting the big gun into the Shining Spears and the small guns into the 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the big gun into the spears. Hitting on 6s. Master Tesian. So 3 times. Strength 7 on a 3 up. 3 times. Minus 2. So 4 up interval. Yes. And the small guns into the Rangers. The Stubber hitting on 6s. 1, 3 up. 1 times minus 2.
Into which one, please?
Into the Rangers.
Minus 2.
Minus 2. Heavy Bolter on 6s. No. That's it.
Okay.
Thunderfire Cannon. I'm spending 2 command points to shoot twice. Did I get one back? Yeah, I already get one back. I'm shooting into the Dark Reaper. How many shots? 3, 6, 7, 8.
Minus 1.
Minus 1, so on 3 up. He's hitting on 2s, so 3 up. 1 Master Artesian. 1, 2, 3 hits. Strength 5. 1 wound, Master Artesian. 2 wounds, minus 2.
Dead.
Second time I shoot into the Reapers. How many shots?
So, Belt's shooting pace is way underway.
12 shots with the second volley. That's. I think if you could see Wessel's face, I think you know how he feels right about now.
That's that moment.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
I
brutal.
think. Are we? I think we're muted.
When
right?
you're starting to be sorry,
No, no.
Oh,
We're all
are
in
we
the
a
same.
player? Ah.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Everyone
dun.
is-
when you're starting to be sorry on turn 1.
Yeah. I think we need to call the police.
There's some violence going on.
There's some xenophobia going on right
Domestic violence,
here.
yeah.
Domestic violence, yeah. In a hotel.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
This is shooting, so well, we just talked about it off camera. There's so many rerolls and so much like efficiency and reliability.
Yeah, there's a lot of layers of contingency
Yeah.
plans going off. It's decent odds as well. Like the prayers are decently easy to get. You have to reroll to maybe reroll that prayer as well. And
Yeah, you
once you get it,
yeah.
it's so good. Yeah.
You have a situation where you have like units with 3 good shots
Yeah.
and something you would usually don't do, like one-shot weapons, you just don't take them.
Yeah, because you're
But here they are so reliable. With that Master Artesian reroll on top of every other reroll, it's sick.
Yeah, it's one of those things you. GW, if you're watching, you did this to us. No, but it
Too much.
it's
And
like
that's
a
not
lot
in
of
Iron Hands.
no, and then a lot of people are just debating like Marines kind of feel like an 8.5 codex instead of an 8th edition codex because of the high efficiency. Of course, let's be fair, Marines were not that amazing at the start of 8th. They took a big hit going from 7th to 8th edition, but yeah, the way they fixed it, so to say, is very, very extreme. Is it too much? Maybe. We'll find out, I think, in the end. But it is something worth considering, especially when you go into tournaments. Like, this stuff will happen to you. So how do you deal with it? And especially when you look, if we see Weston's army, it's a classic Eldar build, which usually survives basically on have enough minuses.
Which
So
is tough.
yeah,
It's usually tough.
it's usually tough, but if you have enough reroll layers over it, statistically speaking, the minus to hit become less and less efficient.
Don't have the army in for Berlin. Can I add that?
Oh,
Yeah, people.
We might have to add none.
Paying attention to the chat for a while. Yeah, we have things like this is going to be brutal.
Yeah. Well, you were right.
Yes. So we have. Can see the armies fly spam against Marines. Not exactly. It's Eldar against Marines. It's just 3 planes in there.
Yeah, like a list with, if you look at the Tony Chu list, it only has like a single, like a couple of units that are actually on the floor, and most of the planes, especially the Nightwings, who are super point efficient. Of course, then it's going to be a very different setup. But yeah, that's not the list we're currently seeing here. There's actually no list like that at the tournament, which surprised me, to be fair. Because if you look at some of the biggest events, we see quite a lot of people moving over to the like the flyer heavy list, and there's been a lot of debate like should that be FAQ'd, yes or no. If you look at the current meta stamp, I think it might not be necessary. Of course, the flyer list still won at LGT, one of the biggest events we had recently.
It's still
But
strong,
to be fair, there was not an undefeated champion event. So there was, I believe, 6 or 7 players undefeated at the end because of the number of players and the rounds.
too many players.
Too many players for the rounds to have an undefeated champion, which is not a bad thing per se. But it does mean that guys like Tony and Manny didn't get to hit all the people going up.
Yeah.
So people like Ines and Nick Nanavati, which were also there, did not get to play the flyer list.
So we have made it over the big pond. I see. Like people asking if Germany has a big 40k scene. Yes, it does.
It's one of the biggest in the world, I believe. If you look at the
There were
amount of
times when
players,
it was one of the strongest.
yeah.
And
Pre-8th.
on the other hand,
Pre-8th edition, it was one of the biggest and I think one of the most competitive metas in the game, like generally speaking.
But this is actually the first ITC major
Yeah.
that we're hosting here together with Alliance, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and it's really good to get the ITC missions into Europe. It's been a slugfest to get them here. As most people know, and especially the people tuning in from across the big wide ocean, most events here, especially in Germany, you have the TTM, the Tabletop Masters, if I'm correct, which is an all-year ranking, which is similar to the ITC ranking, but then it uses the ETC mission pack, so Maelstrom Eternal War combination.
ETC-like.
ETC-like, it's similar in setup, but there's some small differences, especially in the certain FAQ rulings, for example. Most are quite similar though, so it's a good practice ground for most of the ETC players that we have here, which we have one on the table right now, doing a lot of bad stuff to a very pointy-eared fellow.
Very bad to very pointy.
And you see, these are players that generally speaking play ETC type games whole year round, which is of course great practice. But the ITC is also for a lot of players something new, something different to look into. It might not be what they're expecting. It might be different, but it's something that we think is worth putting out there in to make a different meta exist or coexist. I think because people are talking about there's 2 camps now, or even 3 camps in Germany, for example, because you have the guys from Ars Bellica, which have some really cool formats for very different types of games.
Small,
like 1250 games with like really cool rule specs, which is really different from what you're normally used to, which is not bad. I think it's healthy to have variation in the meta. But a lot of people are complaining. Yeah, now we're competing for players, but in the end, I think players need some variety. You don't always want to play the same thing.
Different local matters.
Will always shine through in the end, which is, I think, interesting and good as well.
Yeah, concerning the game, we are now in Veseline's movement phase.
Do we get a?
So I get the score update in a second, and you guys just chat about what's happening, maybe.
So we can see Wesley trying to. He took quite a big hit in the first turn, so he's trying to figure out, okay, so how I'm gonna deal with this, how I'm gonna claw back out of this.
Are there any possibilities?
Yeah, there's a big hole in my army. How I'm gonna make the hole appear in his army.
Oh, he lost a lot.
Yeah, I think he lost over 700 points.
So Bell made 4 points in his top of the turn. That's whole kill, 1 big game and 1 Butcher's Bill.
1 Butcher Bill, for the double units. So which units did he end up killing?
It's one plane,
One
one
plane,
fire prism,
one fire
and a
prism.
couple of shining spears.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah. So he did manage to pick up the Reapers. That's actually huge,
And a couple of
especially
rangers as well.
especially the Tempest launcher is amazing in this matchup because it can keep hiding. So it's a little bit safe from the Thunderfire cannon once that goes.
One of the few things that is
One of the few things that actually can do something while hiding.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry.
Was a nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that's a big swing in Manuel's favor, at least in this stage of the game. But we'll see if how it ends up working out for him. If Western can claw back a little bit, it should be
It's
okay.
not done yet, but Wesson needs a good.
Oh, where does he go for?
Really good turn.
Aggresses, I bet. I'm gonna have a look.
To be fair,
exactly
if I was him, I would probably go for the Thunderfire cannon in the bottom left, because it's
make
in the
him
zones
able to
only.
hide.
Yeah, because to make the line side game more interesting for him and more in his favor.
Yeah.
Of course, he's going to try possibly to get to the last fusil guys.
He can at least play this game again,
Yeah.
hiding behind any kind of terrain.
And then the larger pieces are quite efficient because they're tall enough to hide a plane behind.
Yeah.
So then the movement game becomes very, very different. Of course, you also see the Crimson Hunter in the top, possibly going for the war suit in the top right, top left, hiding behind the wall.
Kind of Ezekiel.
Although looking at the stats of the Crimson Hunter, he's not guaranteed to kill it.
No.
At all. Like he needs very good rolls to do that. But maybe combined with some shooting from the fire prisms, he's able to finish it off. But as you can tell, the fire prisms are possibly looking to go for the bottom right to clear that angle. So he has a bit more flexibility to where he's going to hide behind.
Oh, we have Peter the Falcon in the chat, isn't it?
Hey, what's up, Peter?
And he loves the terrain.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Love the 40k stat stuff you're doing, man. It's amazing.
Doing a great job there.
Shout out, man. That's like we've been talking to you for a while now, and you're one of the guys that was interested in our first GT score, and I was like, who's this guy? Why do you want my numbers?
What do you want with
all that data, right? Yeah, and
My
now
holy numbers.
I don't think there's any competitive player in the 40k universe now that doesn't check the stats on a regular basis. And especially now with Stat Center being a massive impact on the social media side of 40k, making it feel like an actual sport.
Yes.
Which is really cool, especially for us as TOs as well. Like for me, it's super interesting to listen, like what is happening around the world,
Yes.
like what are the
To listen to
changes.
TOs
As well, talking about the issues they encounter. So shout out, man. It's amazing work you've been doing so far, and we hope you're able to keep this up, because it's turning out to be very impactful on the sport in general. Thanks, man.
To the primary objective TV, nothing to be sorry about. To not know anything about German players and meta.
Hey, that's why we're here, man.
That's why we're here, to just swoop it over the pond and see that you guys.
We're here to inform. This is like
to educate them.
Educate. It's not like I'm not a school teacher. Oh wait, I am a school teacher. Maybe this is why. Yeah.
So one lesson is Eldari they suffer quite hard when Space Marines begin.
Yeah.
Turn one.
Well, to be fair, the other way around is exactly the same thing, right?
Yeah.
If Weston would have gone first, of course he was hiding quite well, Manuel.
Yeah, two dead.
Yeah, you think turn one is that important in this matchup?
For Western it is, because now he has like
more than it is for
for Manuel he should be able to weather the storm and still do a decent amount of damage in his turn one, should he go second. But for Western it's a very different game, especially if you look at the Fire Prism setup he had. If you look at if you go back when you watch this later and you go back to the deployment, he could have sped one of the Fire Prisms down 16 inches to get line of sight of all the stuff behind the wall, and then use the Link Fire Stratagem to put a big hole in a lot of important stuff. Things like the Stalker, which is really scary for his flyers. I mean, it's not guaranteed to kill a flyer, but it has, with the good combination of stratagems, it can be really scary to a flyer. With the double damage threat. Of course you have to roll it, but once it happens you lose a flyer instantly.
He used that against the Fire Prism.
And using the flyers to take out the Thunderfire cannon and maybe doing some damage on the suppressors, which are quite long range as well. that would have really swung the game in a very big way, I think. Of course, Shining Spears were unlikely to make the full distance. They still had to get quick enough, and there's a lot of moving parts in that plan. And we all know a 7 seems average. When you really need it, you never get it. So that's something to keep into new account.
Predicts game to be over after turn 2. Interesting.
Well, to be fair, the hit he took, he might still have models left after turn 1.
But it was a punch.
Or turn 2 in this case, but the points differential might already be too big.
Quick question to the chat. We see our stream that we're watching parallel like pretty grainy.
What's the quality like on your end?
That might be on our end.
Yeah, that is
at the hotel. Just give us a quick update of that 720p or not. Supposed to be.
And Fred, maybe it will be all over after turn 2, but in the last game I was pretty sure that it would be over after turn 2, and it wasn't. So.
That's true.
And it's ITC, so it's always.
5 years, says the Admiral.
You can always get some points. So.
Yeah. Thanks for the feedback,
never give up,
guys. That's appreciated.
Okay, man. The head TO is gonna do my rounds, so I might be back later. But
maybe for joining in, CJ.
Maybe by the time I'm back, this game is over. So who knows, right? For those of you joining in, this game might not go the full distance, but we have another full day of streaming tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
So make sure to join in because we're gonna have the top players on the table at that point. Because we're gonna pick one of the top 4 players at that stage. Yeah. To put on the stream.
We do have a lot of good players here.
There's
ETC players from Germany and
from both the Netherlands, from Germany. A lot of local guys with big hopes and big ambitions that are really going for it.
We had this is the 3rd game we have on the stream now, and it's the 4th ETC player. So.
Yeah. There's a lot of ETC players around. So while it's only we started out at 80, but ended up being 74 because of it's usual drops because everybody's sick. That always happens right there. The R is in the month, so everybody starts getting sick. TOs included, but we're all happy and alive still here, so we'll see how we go. But it's quite a big Shark Tank. If you look at the percentile wise, I think it's 20% out of 80 are either ETC players or ex-ETC players. Yeah. So the competition is quite high. Yeah. In a good way, because it makes, at least from our end, it makes for a very interesting event competitively.
Very, very excited to see the games tomorrow.
Yeah, that should be. We might see this mean man back again with the Red Terror.
Maybe.
I think the Red Wedding just got a whole new context.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
Look,
but we might
concentration's going down. He's using his cell phone. That is usually the first step to misery.
Don't text and play, right? Like you might drive your stalker into a wall, right? It's really scary. So
into a hill. That
into
looks
a
like
hill
a wall.
in this case, yeah. You might pop a wee with a thing. So we'll maybe see you later, guys, and otherwise I'll probably be in tomorrow to maybe take a look at the finals or take a look at the semifinals. So
thank you for coming
see you later, man. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. The guys are here to answer any and all questions.
Yeah.
Excluding marital status, because the whites are in the building. So let's be careful about that. Okay. See you later, people.
See you later, man.
Thanks, CJ. Okay. So I have a seat again. That's also nice. For those of you joining in right now, it's the Alliance Open Northwest GT in Bremen, Germany. ITC Major. That's round 3. So we are on the first day, starting to get towards the end. This game is Bell, German ETC player with Marines against Vesseline with a Craftworld list, a lot of Fire Prisms and Crimson Hunters, and he is taking quite a hit in round 1. We are now in the shooting phase of the Craftworlds, and I pass it to the players and we see what's going on there.
1 in this round. And for Link Fire, I get it back maybe on 6s.
Yes.
Because of my Warlord.
Yes.
I get 1 back.
Now on 6.
And the Pulsar and the Regal there. 2 hits. 1 force. 2 wounds. -3.
5 up. 1.
3 damage flat.
Yes. now on 5.
So this dude here will shoot with the lances. With the lances in this guys.
Yes. And the eliminators.
Yeah, and these are pretty much walls.
Yes.
Yeah. Primaris.
So the Thunderfire cannon has been shot at and killed, which is a very good move, I think, to enable Veselin to play the hiding game or the out of loss game, because we do have some good loss blockers on the table, and this just opens up a lot of options for him.
Still the
all the time. Okay.
Because they're in cover.
Okay. Yeah, I shoot with the shuriken on the Primaris and no on this
on the second spot here.
Yeah. And the lances in the
okay.
Sniper. So I will make 4 normal lances because he has a star lance.
Yes.
Range 8. So
3 hits.
I guided them.
Okay.
So 4 hits on 3s. 3
times.
wounds.
-4, right?
Yep.
How many damage? 2 each, I think. Yeah. They're dead.
And the shuriken and this 3-man squad I said. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sorry, I won't.
On 3s we're rolling. This is pretty good. Almost everything.
Toughness 4.
Great. On 4s. 1 with minus -6. Is an additional one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But this yes.
So 3, 7, 9 normal saves and 1 with -3.
-3, 2 up, 5 up, 1 wound, 2 wounds, 1 dead, and 1 damage.
Okay. They only have 2 wounds each?
They have only 2 wounds, yes.
Oh yeah, this is good. Because I have to charge. Let's make the best out of it. So I think I'm done. I have some 4 rangers left.
Yeah.
These guys can't shoot. These 4 rangers will shoot at this squad.
These one? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Measure out. Show these things.
But just one guy can see.
Just one. Oh, this is another squad here.
This is the 2-man squad.
So 2 guys see him.
3 guys.
3 guys.
3 guys here, 1 guy here.
And 1 will shoot at. This is 1 squad and this is 1 squad.
Yes.
Okay. So 3 guys shoot at him.
Yep.
At this squad and 1 will shoot at.
No, 3 or just 1. Also 3 kann schießen. 3 kann
Achso, 3 daran und einer daran.
2, dann 2 und 1 oder 3?
Ja, ich habe ja noch einen 4., der kann ja irgendwo näher.
Der kann, ja.
Genau.
Yeah.
Das mache ich ja. Also es ist 3 in den.
Yes.
And 1 in the snipers.
Yes.
The sniper one wasn't it? There's 3 guys.
3 up.
1 hit, 1 wound with the
1 mortal wound and 1 save. Save is good. So 1 damage.
Okay. So this is it. End of the shooting phase. The last
fire
prism will shoot on the tank.
Yeah.
2 to 3 shots. 4 on 3s. We're rolling. 3 hits on threes. Rerolling 3 wounds.
2, so 6 damage. He's now on 5, so he's dead. If you explode, no.
Okay. This is good for the beginning. So let's charge.
Yeah.
These guys will charge both squads.
Yeah, that's fine for me. The squad with rerolling hits, hitting on 6s. No. No, and the squad without. And 1 Master Tesian, 2 hits. Strength 7, 3 up. Master Tesian, 2 wounds, -2.
On a 3 up.
3 up.
Yeah, I guided. I protected them.
So 3 plus.
So I failed 2. I will
Yes.
command to reroll 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So
1
what
dead.
is that? And let's try to charge. 5 inches.
It's a crater,
Yeah,
so it's 3
but
inches.
I'm not infantry.
Doesn't matter.
Only for infantry.
No, it's for everything. It's for knights. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Rulebook.
Gaat dan over infantry or dat is over bikes?
The -2
Dat
is
reply.
for everything.
Macht keinen Sinn. Aber
Yeah, but
darum geht's nicht.
Wait, quick question here on the table. Do craters give the -2 to charge also to fly or not?
the infantry get cover and models are slowed.
Okay. I have to reroll it.
3 inch. You can't reroll because you rerolled the save.
This is the same phase?
It's both the charge phase.
Oh, great. Nice. So, your turn.
Yeah, moral check. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's it. What you reached.
But could I charge only this one? But he's also in the corner, so
Yeah, both units.
it doesn't matter.
You have to move. You can move 5 inches, but you can declare can move 5 inches and just attack them. That's the thing you can do.
Okay.
So you're
let's
just
try
slowed when
this
you
one.
move through terrain.
Okay.
So you can't move there, but you can move
So
here.
I take this one, so
So looks like he he just made the charge into the 1 unit of suppressors. Couldn't reach the other one because of -2 to charge. Yeah. Yeah, we clarified this is for all units, the -2, even if they can fly. But yeah, he can charge and avoid the crater. That's basically the point here. So they made it in 1 unit and can now pile in deep into that and maybe kill another unit. The Catch Fire says looks like a good counter punch from the Eldar. I don't know. He killed the Thunderfire, killed the Stalker, killed a couple of Eliminators and Suppressors, and maybe now a full unit of Suppressors. So yeah, it's decent. But there's also still 2 units of Aggressors chilling, ready to unleash, and lots of those Eliminators as well. So there's a lot of firepower left in the Marine Army. But yeah, but still, it's a decent counterpunch for like I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, but he's taking a lot of risks. He's piling into several units that he didn't, at least 1 unit that he didn't declare the charge.
Oh, he piles into the aggressors now, which do have a decent counterpunch.
Attack. 5 guys, 10, 11 attack. Yes. Hitting on 3s. Reloading everything. Strength 4. Rerolling once. Three, 6, 7.
7 3-ups. One loses a wound.
Yeah.
So one is a wound here.
Okay.
Alright. So
What you do? No gangbusters. Raccoon 1, but not this edge, I think.
no, this is the only one.
I like raccoon better than recon.
And that's it. You kill 1, 2, 3 units. I kill 3 units, so nobody has killed more, but I have hold more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 suppressors. Whoa, wait. You got here the eliminators. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have kill more.
Nice.
My turn, right?
That's right, yeah. So let's make the best of it.
Okay.
So now my mic is on. The scoring. So Vaseline killed a bunch of units. He holds an objective. That's 2 points. He killed more. Bell held more. And secondary wise, he does not have recon, I guess. No, doesn't look like it. He does. What else does he have? Gangbusters. Does he score that for those eliminators and stuff? I don't know. It's only on aggressors, I think. Butcher's build for sure. Can you score 2 Butcher's build points in 1 round? Sure. And you should have 2. So that's kill hold, kill more, 2 Butcher's build. That's 5 all. It's a game. But you can score Butcher's bill only once, so that's 4 points in total for Vaseline, which is pretty decent. That's a better round than I expected, actually.
Yeah.
And now Bell kicks over all the models to win, just basically. It's it's just only beginners do it with water bottles.
Yeah.
Just kick the enemy models. That's better.
It's gonna haunt his ass for the rest of his life.
So since these are Marine's successor, Ultramarine successor, they cannot fall back and charge without like spending CP, right? If they were pure Ultramarines, but they are successor chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have to spend CP. Yeah. So this is the top of 2 Bell of the Marines. This is Alliance Open GT, Northwest GT in Bremen, Germany. This is round 3. We are on, I don't know, table 2 or 3, because the table 1 we had already on stream. That guy didn't wanted to mix it up a bit. Yeah, if you like the stream, if you like what we do here, be nice. Give us nice words or constructive criticism, whatever you like best, and leave us a coffee, maybe at coffee.com. Sebastian is posting the links in the chat. That's always nice. Helps us to do all this equipment and provide good streams and do this again and again, because it's actually pretty fun. It's our first tournament stream. We are usually doing a podcast on competitive 40k in Germany, which is nice too. And yeah, we do have a Patreon. If you're interested in long-term relationships, we can do that as well. Wink, wink.
Tactical recruiting.
Yeah, and I'm now in the tactical.
Mhm.
Whispering. Okay, shooting phase. No, thank you. The Tech Marine first. Flamer.
Mhm.
4 hits.
Mhm.
5 ups. Nothing.
No, nothing.
Plasma pistol. No. Yes. Strength 7. 1 wound. -3.
From?
From the Tech Marine. Plasma pistol.
Oh, I have to declare both of them, or I just killed the cannon. Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
-3,
it's fine.
6. Nice.
Okay, now the funny thing for me.
Mhm.
6 aggressors shooting the first time into the flyer.
Yep.
36. 40, 50, 56, 58.
Mhm.
20. Hitting on 3s. Oh fuck.
give you
I
addition.
think 12 inch. 2 are out.
Yeah.
So 58. Sorry. So the 2 are out. 12. 90 shots.
Tanok, that is the same bell that played in the last stream recording that we did in Bremen on an RTT. That's the one and only Bell ETC team member of Team Germany, not to be confused with Bellman, which is another very good ETC player or coach, whatever you like. Yeah, but he's a top player up north here.
Can I roll?
Yep, you can roll.
Oh, I failed all of them.
5. The 4 guys with -1 have 24, 34, 40 shots. 20, 2 times, so 4 ups. Five ups. Rerolling ones.
And now I read the question correctly. Yeah, it's not only the same bell, it's also the same list of bell. Sorry about that confusion.
4 up.
Yeah.
I make 4 of them, or I lose 3 additional.
Second. These aggressors. Joe. Aggressive. 5 ups. Master Artesian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
4 up. 5, so
Yeah,
he's
it's
on
13.
8. So even if I roll 1,
Yeah.
So
Explode.
if he explodes, nope.
No. Can I give you?
Yep. Thank you.
5 aggressors into the shining spears.
Are they double shooting?
Yeah, because
Oh, okay.
they down count as moving because I'm in
Yeah.
tactical doctrine.
That's
So
great.
30 shots. 30, 40, 46, 47. 20 again. -1, right? No, not -1. I'm in 12.
No. Oh, then not.
Yeah, are all in 12. So regular. Hitting on 3s. Four ups. Within 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 wounds.
10 wounds for
For the first time. So
we are witnessing beautiful double shooting aggressor awesomeness again. One flyer down, and now the banks are, yeah, they won't be no more. That was to be expected. Question is rather if the other flyer lives and what the other squad of aggressors does. I assume they are in range of one of the fire prisms, so that's gonna hurt.
Left.
I think they're dead. 7 shots left.
7 shots left, yeah.
So that's rolled. And
16.
they're dead.
Yeah.
3 times. Look, I made only 6. 7. Nice.
So these aggressors here, shooting this model. 3 guys can see him. 18, no. They're just shooting 1 time because they're advanced.
Yep.
3 guys. 18, 21, 31. I
Easy.
still 20. 22. 20. Hitting on 3s. Was it easier?
Almost everything, yeah.
Almost everything, yeah. Very interesting.
This is
14.
There comes the beer.
2, 4.
And 11 more, but 14 minus 1. I don't think.
I have a 4 up and off. So he loses 6 now.
Yeah,
7 wounds.
7?
Of the wall.
Oh, okay.
Yes, +1.
The another 11 shots. What? Not
Den
hitting.
Kasten gebrochen gerade.
4 up. And Master Artesian. So 3, so 8. Ich brauche diese Würfel. I need these dice.
Das geht nicht.
They're awesome.
Gibt's die als Trostpreis? Der ist tot. Gibt's die als Trostpreis? Ich will die haben. Ach, Pay to Win meinst du?
Pay to win, yes. 5 intercessors.
So we were just
shooting
talking
at
about
the one with,
Bell just
not
loves our new dice, so the target priority dice, and will they actually? You can get them, actually. I won't tell you how, but you can get them. And Vesselin wants some as well, so and he just called it out. It's pay to win because they're just better than every other dice. So
Thanks. Chessex.
yeah, back to the table.
This
one
is-
sniper.
This one is the
One sniper is here, and the other snipers into the Ilum. The one sniper, yes, hitting on 4s. No, re-rolling. Master Artesian, yes. Wounding
Force,
on
yes.
4s. 6, mortal wound is dead.
great.
The other 2 guys into the Ilum, hitting on 4s. This one, not wounding. Master Artesian, not wounding. First squad, second squad. No, waiting. The last cannon, the one and only, into the Ilum, Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, -3.
6 up. Nope.
Damage 6. Oh, sorry, 5.
Just 5.
Just it's hilarious. 3 snipers from here, hitting on 3s. Master Tesian, 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. Master Tesian, 1 wound.
On the Ilumza?
Yeah.
Minus?
No minus.
No minus. 3 up.
No minus.
The dice are working
Snagged
just
with
for
1
you,
die.
you know?
Trike, heavy bolter, hitting on 3s. Master Tesian. Wounding on 5s. 1. It's a 1. Master Tesian. 1 -1.
1 minus 1.
Yes.
4 up.
1 more, and the Storm Bolter. 3 hits. 5's up. 1 -1.
Yeah.
So
Finally.
he's now on 5.
They're just working for you.
Just for me, yeah. I'm pretty sure. This guy, 3 wounds left, right? The autocannon guys. -1, so it's on the 4 up. Master Tesian. On the 3 up. 2 times -2. Yes.
No.
Explode.
4 damage.
4 damage, yes.
He explodes.
So there goes the third plane. It's as devastating a second round as we assumed. The Marines' reliability in firepower is just so great. It's amazing. Now he has taken out 2 planes, I think 4 or 5 Shining Spears with a 3-up invul, and I don't know what the other aggressors did. A couple of wounds on the fire prism maybe, but yeah, it's brutal. And he now has 3/4 of the field controlled. He is easily in tap range of basically all the markers, or 4 of the 5 markers, and it's looking grim for the Eldar.
Master Tesian. 4 times -1.
Fell 2.
4 damage.
Left on 1.
And 6 shots with the heavy stubber here. On 3s. On 4s.
On 4s.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm in tactical. Yeah. So just 1 hit. 1 wound.
4 up. No.
And you have a bolter on 4 up. 1 hit on 3 up. 1 wound.
More than 4 up again.
So 1 wound left, right?
Yeah, I'm just rolling once here.
Sniper Sergeant is attacking him without line of sight. And I've got 2 laser guys are shooting into the last Reaper.
The thing is, he killed so much stuff and he's still not finished shooting. These Marines, like with Master Artisan, is just pretty damn good.
-1, I think.
No, he's dead.
And the 2 shots from the 36. Yes, into the Reaper on 4 up. No.
Great.
It's 9
The
inches.
first thing it does.
Yes. 1 hit. 1 wound, -3.
6 up. Nope.
3 damage.
Overkill.
Yep. So the last unit here. 36 into the Rangers. So 5 ups. 2 ups. Master TCN. 3 times -3. Sorry, the one last cannon here into the Idom.
This one here?
Yes.
Okay.
Wanted to show you the devastated face of Vaseline, but yeah, Bell's in the way of that also.
4. 6 left.
6.
Yeah, that's it.
Finally, yes. So I have left.
Okay, this was the shooting phase of the Space Marines. There are models left to say that. There's 2 fire prisms and maybe a Farseer and a single ranger or something. So this is not a lot. And just so you know, this is your usual or a kind of usual Eldar build. It's a light talk. It's hard to hit.
No, it's not.
It's not a light talk.
It's not hard to hit actually.
Not for them. No, but like it usually has like a decent resilience against shooting, like Tau shooting, for instance.
Yeah,
But
they reroll everything.
this is just wow. They reroll everything, and then reroll wounds, and it's just so
There's
efficient.
so many overlapping auras that the different units can use, and even if they're not in an aura, they usually have at least one hit reroll, one wound reroll.
And it's like, and that is especially important with units like the what was it? Not eliminators, those guys with the last cannons.
Yeah, that's the eliminators.
Yeah, there are 3 of those, and you can always even if you're not in an aura, you can always reroll one, and rerolling wounds on those is extremely good.
Yeah, because I said to CJ earlier, I don't know if on camera or off, you would usually not take single shot weapons. You just don't do that with like these last foozles from the eliminators. But in this setup with like chapter master rerolls, lieutenant rerolls, master artisan rerolls, rerolling everything, it's just so damn good. It's really reliable.
Yeah, but they will be strong as salamanders, as someone in the chat stated out. Like, what it was like 1 year ago when salamanders were like basically some kind of a hardness indeed. When I was playing, like there wasn't this rule of 3, so I played against
super
15 multi-melter trikes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, rerolling to hit and to wound on every single one of them. Bell scored. He did score a lot. Let's say kill and hold, of course. He did kill.
We're already done with the movement phase from Eldar.
Shit. We skipped Eldar movement phase, turn 2. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth like adding up the points right now because we all know where this is going. But just for the sakes of it, we have kill and hold, and the secondaries. 2 big game hunter points, or marked for death. I don't know what he marked for death, and certainly a lot of butcher's bill as well. So secondary wise, I think it was a 4 or 5 point round. I will go and have a look.
Nope.
D3 damage.
2.
2 damage. So it's impossible to kill another one. So I need to kill him. 2d3 shots from him.
Into the track?
Yes. 5 shots.
-1, right? On 4 up? 6 wound left?
In the second profile,
Yes.
So on 4 ups. 2 hits. I already command rerolled 1.
Yes.
So on 3s.
1.
1 hit, 1 wound.
6 up! No.
No.
I spent 1 command point. 6 up. No. If I can get the command point back? Yes.
for the nice try. And
D3.
So Bell has maxed out Marked for Death, and is in total. He is on 12 points now. Vaseline just made a kill. What did he kill? A trike. That's that's the kill. He killed a trike. So Bell has kill more and hold more. So he's on 14 to Vaseline's 6, I guess.
For the
because
secondaries.
You yeah, but you kill these 3 units and
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. No. I get already the 4 points every turn.
If I'm tabled, you.
Yes. I get the primaries. I can achieve. When the kill primaries, I achieve automatically. So, yeah, you can, that's. So
Okay,
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
To
I played it into
play
the.
to the end.
Uh,
Oh no, I have a fast here. I forgot about him. But
oh yeah.
I think it doesn't matter. Maybe with a guide.
Yeah,
It's
you
okay.
kill him twice.
Everything okay. So, good game.
Thank you. So now we have.
So at this
Yeah.
point,
So Vaseline is throwing in the towel.
He's called it. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Save your energy for tomorrow, because there's like nothing to win in this one.
Right. That was just the first shooting phase was just too devastating.
Yeah.
The second one was even more
Yes, the second one was devastatingly devastating.
devastating.
Yeah.
Devastatingly.
It's
Yeah, it
sick.
was.
I've seen
just
this list
cool.
perform already, and I was surprised of how shooty it is. And I'm even more surprised. I saw it against Tau, and it killed like all the drones, all the riptides. It went through it like
It's
whatever.
like the thing is, it's like, well, minus the hit modifiers on someone. Well, GW was like,
Shrug.
no,
Shrug it off.
that's alright, that's alright. Don't need that. So yeah, that is a landslide of a win, I guess.
Yes.
There you go. It's
Thanks to the players.
basically the top table, round 3 at the major tournament, and it is done after 2 rounds.
20,
Insane.
40.
40 to 6 for the Space Marines.
It's
Well.
a 40 to 6, which is pretty high, which puts Bell right up there for tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the contenders, I guess.
Yeah.
We do have a couple of players undefeated. The competition is definitely still on. We have a ton of good players in there. We'll see tomorrow. We will have some interesting matchups. And wait a second. Yeah, what I was about to say. This game is done. We wanted just to gift them some dice.
Yeah, of
That
course.
is, they ask for it. They should get them.
Yeah, I need these awesome dice. They're too strong.
Thanks, players. I would have an interview with you, but it will just be you telling how you shot them all to death. But please have a seat.
Thank you.
Do you have a comment?
Hello, everybody. Can you see me? No.
No, nobody can see you.
Nobody
You're
can see you.
anonymous on the internet. Bell, how was that?
Oh,
Except brutal.
brutal, yeah. I think
As expected?
No, a little bit more than I expected. I expected to win when I'm going first,
Yeah.
but I rolled really hot with your dice.
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah, they're very good, and that's too hard. Sorry, he can't do anything.
No. If it's is it different if he starts the game? If he has the first turn, he does some damage to you.
Yes.
Maybe a squad of aggressors dies, but you still have that output, eh?
Yes. I played last game against 8 flyers, and I tabled them in round 4.
This is so sick.
And they started.
Oh god.
So you can kill the eliminators, but the suppressors do damage, the aggressors do damage, everything do very good damage. The intercessors have 2 damage flat into the flyers, and when I have all rerolls, 5 up, wounds with 1 reroll, it's so much damage.
Yeah.
And what do you think when he deployed? Do you think it was wise of him to put the shining spears well line of sight of you?
Or on the table at all?
That wasn't on the table at all. Yeah, it wasn't so good. I thought he would place the shining spears behind the wall and deep strike the
Reapers.
The Reapers.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. Is either or. Just deep strike the spears and hide the Reapers, or otherwise.
Yes.
Just don't give them a target, or make them a target.
Yeah.
That made things easier for you for sure, but on the other hand, even if you just like bolter him to death.
Yes.
this is like, it's not even funny to see because it's just brutal.
Yeah.
But you're on a good streak with that list, yeah.
Yes, I won every game with this list. In the last tournament, you see the last 2 streams on target priority.
Yeah, that was equally brutal.
Yeah.
And this is, I think this is even more so. And this is, I think, a good deal of it is players are not expecting what comes at them, because he deploys this way because he doesn't really know how much is going to come his way. Yeah,
he deployed in the backfield, so my aggressors can shoot.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
That's good, but
that's half the deal.
Yeah. And Bell doesn't have part the sparse the eliminators. You don't have like these obvious damage dealers. Like they are not 3 repulsors.
Yes.
So everyone knows.
Everything
oh my god,
damage.
they are killing me. Well, everything in your list is killing the enemy, but they don't know what will happen, or at least they don't expect this kind of damage.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And how you like the tournament?
Yeah, it's very good. It's a very good location. Yeah, it's very, very good. I like the terrain and how they built the terrain with the line of sight blockers. Really, it's very, very good. I like to play Ultramarines in this terrain because at the second phase I can move and shoot. That's very good. It's a good terrain for me. Can hide the aggressors very good. Yeah.
Here we see Sebastian throwing some dice, trying to kill aggressors.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was a good game. Congratulations, Bell.
Thank you.
We maybe we see you tomorrow on the stream on the final table. Yes. You do your best.
I try to.
And yeah, have a good night. Let's have some beers, and we call it a quits here. And see you tomorrow on the stream. Gonna start at 9:30.
Yeah, 9:30 I think.
And yeah, hope to see you all back. Even like the US guys. I mean, you're not even in bed then, so you might as well join in.
Yeah, and watch the reruns, and
yeah, we're gonna put it all on YouTube.
Leave us a message, like us on Facebook, and if you're up to just well, we like coffee, so co/fe.com/targetpriority40k. Woohoo! So have a good night, everyone in Europe, and have a good day, everyone outside of Europe.
Yeah.
So take
Cheers.
it easy. Bye bye.